I'm Deep Mahaman, and you're watching the Redmen TV.
The big, and I guess the only real news story this week, outside of the match, was a whole host of outlets talking about Liverpool denying that they've approached Carlo Ancelotti. This is mad, because what it led to, the Rap did some stuff on it, This is Anfield did some stuff on it, Chris, and a lot of it along the lines of they seem to think that the reason Liverpool have come out when they've not mentioned any other rumours at all is to cover their back in case they boot Rodgers and do go for Ancelotti, so that they don't end up with like any legal ramifications like they've been tapping him up.
Well, that's an interesting take on it, not one that I'd heard actually.
How can you tap him up? He's resting, isn't it?
Well, not tapping up, but I mean,
it's with your manager, isn't it? Being in a job, you can't can't offer a job out that's not there. Essentially, is the legal stuff for that. Yeah. But no, that's quite an interesting take on it, because my sort of view was that they've come out and denied it because it's the only manager that we've actually, somebody said we've talked to him. Whereas the Klopp rumours have been going on forever, but nobody's actually come out and said Liverpool have talked to Klopp. Whereas I just thought Liverpool have to now come out and say, no, we haven't, regardless of whether they have or they haven't.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it, that Klopp was like the red-hot favourite, and then in the last week it's come out, FSG have been warned off him. Which seems a bit strange.
Yeah. I think he's got eyes on Bayern Munich if Pep goes, to be honest.
Something came out on TalkSport today, and this guy, I don't know, it doesn't say his first name, but they've got sources that basically say, I'll get to the top. Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group have already made the decision to replace Brendan Rodgers as manager, but Jurgen Klopp is not in line for the role at Anfield. Now, some fella called Beecroft.
Oh, Graham Beecroft.
Graham Beecroft claims the club will only stick with Rodgers if the top candidates turn down the opportunity.
Graham Beecroft was the Radio City commentary for Liverpool for ages. He does the Liverpool games on TalkSport.
Yeah, he's very much plugged into the club.
Yeah, Liverpool swiftly denied any talks with Ancelotti when the rumours became public. However, you might remember Jurgen Klopp has been linked with Liverpool job for quite some time. They've never issued any statement regarding that. Unless something happens whereby Ancelotti says no, the only thing will be the only thing that saves Brendan, and even then he would only stay in the short term. One thing I can tell you is that Jurgen Klopp will not be the next Liverpool manager.
It's interesting because I think I don't know if he covered that in that, but he kind of said, I think it was him saying that Werner and Henry want Rodgers gone, but and
Gordon
back.
It'd be absolutely stupid to sack him before the 21st of November. Because our next 4 away games, Everton, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, you could lose all them. You don't want your new manager coming in and facing that. If Rodgers is going, he's already tainted goods. Let him take the hit for those away games.
Or even
very
let a caretaker manager do it. Yeah. No. Because at least you get that little bit of an impetus from it's not Brendan Rodgers.
But I think there'll be a lot of why Liverpool hanging around for 2 months waiting for a new manager. Why haven't they got someone?
Unless you want the points, John, and you genuinely think with a new manager coming in with that burst of form that most people apart from us seem to get with a new manager, you could actually win the games.
Come the 21st,
you'll forgive that.
Come the 21st of November, all our toughest games are finished. So a new manager could come in with a reasonably decent fixture till the end of the season. And if you get that impetus from the new manager, you win your first 3 or 4 games, you're off and running.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
You go to City and you get tonked even with your new manager.
Yeah.
That's all
that's what I mean. You could do that, but in terms of that uplift, you only get that once, and you want to make it, give us a favourable opportunity to the new guy as possible, because imagine because Liverpool fans need some optimism. You bring in a new guy in the hardest possible situation it can be, and it doesn't go well. You've completely and utterly fucked your optimism for a new manager, and you'll have a load of people already going, he wasn't fucking good enough for the fucking job, we should have gone for the other guy, blah blah blah.
What happens when the owner's position starts to be questioned because they can't make the right decisions on things because they've held off for far too long? So we get tonked in every one of those games. Yeah. And then the owners are coming into question, hang on a minute, why can't you see here that this manager needs to fucking go? And then all of a sudden they're in, well, I'm not going to fucking trust them to bring in the right guy because they should have known 6 weeks ago that we should have sacked Brendan.
But then the other side of the coin is what's Rodgers done this season, I'm not talking about last season, but this season, to merit being sacked at the moment. I mean, he got beat at home by West Ham, well, so have City and Arsenal. So that's, we get beat at United, which we always do anyway. Yeah. And he's got us into the next round of the League Cup, albeit with a terrible performance.
Yeah,
but it's not sackable, is it?
No, we're sat on